what a lot of people want to know. Obviously, you file the initial brief. There's the response. There's the reply brief that the appellant, gets to reply, and all this gets turned in, and we're done on our end. Is there a timeline that they have to actually rule within? Because I've seen some come back really fast. I've seen some that we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting, and it's always been the mystery to me as you talk about like the Wizard of Oz. What is the time frame that they have to respond in, or is it just at their discretion?
Yeah, there are ideals set again by rules of procedure and whatnot, but the true and honest answer is it depends on the case. It's a case by case basis. It largely depends on what issue they're reviewing and how complex the issue or issues are that are raised, how big the record is. I've seen cases come back within a few months after briefing is finished, and I've seen them come back in 18 months after briefing is finished. It just really depends on, issues involved, the size of the record. I mean, there can be records that are thousands of pages, and the appellate court reviews that, especially depending on the issues involved. And we'll get to this a little later, but there are things called standards of review on the issue. So it depends if the appellate court has to dive in just to the law or if they've got to go into the facts. And so, the level of review that the court's being asked to do. Now, you can file motions to expedite the appeal. I've only filed one emergency appeal in my career. Otherwise, I generally let the appellate court do the work they need to do because I want them to take the time that's necessary for them to take to sort through things and sift through things. I don't want to disrupt the process there at the appellate level. Usually I represent the appellant. I do represent appellees, certainly, but a lot of times I'm representing the appellant. Again, I want the appellate court to have the time necessary, not just to review the briefs, but to go into record and look at it and come back, with a full decision on the merits.